Welcome to the MFS Wellness Podcast, a hybrid structure encompassing health, fitness, self-improvement, and entertainment, where no topic is off limits and all opinions are graciously welcomed.
Let's get on with the show!
And now, here's the host of the show, Mike Sinopoli.
Welcome to the MFS Wellness Podcast. I am Mike Sinopoli, certified nutrition coach, consultant, counselor, or call me whatever you would like. On this episode, we're going to kind of just roast myself a little bit. That's because I have done a lot of stupid things in the past that come to diet, exercise, nutrition, trying to look good, trying to be ripped, all this kind of stuff. And, I'm not afraid to admit that I made mistakes in the past, done some very stupid things. And that's okay. That's how we learn. And that's how I got to where I am today with what I know with this whole health and fitness thing that I do. So, don't be ashamed of yourself ever. That's another thing I want to get at. That's the reason why I'm doing this episode, is so if you've ever felt stupid or silly or just downright like, oh my God, I can't believe I fell for that. Don't worry about it. We've all been there. And that's why I do what I do, is to help other people not fall for this junk that's out there, and these processes that aren't sustainable, are too extreme, and just really don't correlate with real life, and just end up burning you out and ruining you and frustrating you ultimately, because you spend money on things, you try different things and processes and routines and programs and all these other things, and it's just, it just doesn't seem to work sometimes. So just to start out with one thing I used to do, and this is a very, very not good idea at all. I used to go to a gym at a park district. I didn't do much weightlifting. I would do a lot of elliptical training. I would be on the elliptical for a long, long, long time, bouncing around as if I was cross-country skiing through the Alps somewhere, thinking I was really burning a high amount of calories. And something I'd noticed was that the elliptical counter on the one I was on, the calorie counter on there, which, by the way, don't even bother looking at because it's probably not accurate. But anyways, I did look at it, and it seemed to burn more calories than the treadmill. And I was like, that's weird, because this is so much easier. This elliptical is so much easier. Why are these people on the treadmill? And it doesn't make any sense. So as you can see, that this calorie counter on this elliptical was way off, because there's no way you're burning more calories on an elliptical than you're on a treadmill. It's harder. It's a harder way to move, to run and to walk. You're gliding. You're literally on a glider. I don't even know what that's doing personally with this elliptical thing. And that doesn't even stop. That's not just a stupid thing I did, was ride the elliptical for an hour. What I would do, I would go on that thing on a Friday after work, and I would burn 1,000 calories on it. And why 1,000 calories? Well, because a Miller Lite was 96 calories, rounded up to 100. That means I can have 10 beers tonight. And they don't count, because I burned them off. So I have 10 0-calorie beers ready to go, and I don't have to feel any guilt or shame for this at all. All right. So not only did I not burn 1,000 calories on that machine, I don't know what I burned. I really don't. I would be guessing. It doesn't matter. But my reasoning for doing so was counterproductive and downright nonsensical. Think about that. I'm literally jumping around on this thing, sliding around like a fool, so I can drink beer the rest of the night, the rest of the day. And then you wake up with a hangover, and I would eat like shit anyways. It was like all for nothing. Like, don't even bother with it then. So that's one very silly, stupid thing I would do. Another one was I was on Spark People, if you ever remember that site, strictly calorie counting, not really looking at my macronutrients or anything of the sort. And I didn't really have a goal of anything. Like, I didn't have like a way to say, how many calories do I need to eat for the day? I would just sit there and eat as little as possible. Like, I would pat myself on the back for a 500-calorie day. And that's actually not healthy at all. That's under eating, and that's depleting your body of nutrients and muscle tissue and all that fun stuff. So I'd literally bring like to work a bag of cucumbers with light dressing and a string cheese. And then I'd come home and maybe have some hummus and wheat thins. And I'd walk on my treadmill or on an incline for a while I watched TV. And then maybe I'd eat something before bed because I was like ragingly hungry. And then, okay, 800 calorie day. Good for me, right? No. That didn't work. That did not work very well. So I do not recommend that at all. Something else I would do. What else? I mean, I'm sure we can just pull countless things out of my ass about what I would do. I used to do. This is a little bit better. This is a little bit of improvement over the Spark People thing. I would count my calories and macros. I had a target. I knew what my target was. Okay, I was eating a little bit more. Right. I knew I needed like, I don't know at the time. What was it? Maybe 2,100 calories I was at. Maybe 2,200 a day. But I didn't want to eat 2,200 a day. I wanted to pig out on my weekends. And I mean pig out. So what I would do would eat dangerously low calorie like I was before. I would eat probably about 500-600 calories on Monday and Tuesday. Okay. Then I would up it about to maybe, I don't know, 1,000 on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday I'd eat maybe around closer to 1,800. And then that would like backlog me with like 5,000 calories. My math might be all wrong here, but like a ton of calories for Saturday and Sunday. And if I didn't have a lot going on Saturday, and then Sunday I would be like, oh, gee, look at this. I got 5,600 calories to eat. And, it can be done. And believe me, I have done it. So I would go on and be like, yep. We would sit at Sunday night, get that big meal ready because the Sunday scaries had kicked in and you're getting worried about having to go sit in your office and hear your boss talk about himself for an entire day again. So you don't want to, you're dreading that. So you just mask that dread with food. And I would go on Taco Bell's website and do their nutrition calculator and calculate myself, roughly 5,600 calories worth of food. Way too much food. It was disgusting. I felt horrible. I don't even think I finished that most of the time. I was just like, I gotta eat all this food. Idiotic. No, you can do that. That's actually not completely a bad route to go, but it was just too extreme. So, like for instance, just to keep it simple, if your calorie amount is 2,000 and you want to eat, say 1,800 on the weekdays, and then backlog yourself an extra 1,000 calories for the weekend so you can eat a little bit more freely. That's totally fair game, but that's a little bit more moderate and realistic. So you don't want to do that. What else have I bought? I bought a shake weight once. I had this theory that I was going to, and I know those things are bullshit. I still can't believe I ever did this, but I used it somewhere and I felt like my arms were burning. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be more active at my house. I'm going to buy all kinds of little things. I bought like I don't know, cable bands, resistance bands, one of those ab machine things. I don't know, all this little like gimmicky crap I just bought for my house. Just so I was like, you know what? I don't need to go to the gym. As long as I keep enough shit at my house, I can get myself a good workout. Blah, blah, blah. Well, no, it didn't. I bought that. And I regret that. And I deserve to be made fun of for it. So feel free to mention that at me if you'd like. I deserve it. Another even dumber than the shake weight. I was young for this one, so give me a little bit of slack here. I think I might have been 16, 17 years old. I was at Target with a friend of mine, and we were in the workout equipment area just looking at some things, and they had this belt, this ab belt that you would put on your around your abdomen, and it was had these little like buzzer things on them, and it had battery powered or something electric, and it would like supposedly stimulate your ab muscles to give you a six pack. And I tell you, the fact that that was even allowed to be put on the market is quite disturbing, and the people like me, stupid kids, and probably other naive people, even older, purchased them in their lives. But that's what happens. People want that magic pill, and they want that easy route, so they'll take a chance. That's what I try to talk people out of, to making these sorts of mistakes, these pipe dreams of these products that they put out. And, as much as not as exciting, but, I used to buy Rip Fuel pills and BCAs and all these other products and garbage and pre-workouts. And I don't know. I haven't bought many supplements in the last several years. I just really don't feel like they're necessary. I would probably recommend creatine monohydrate if you're looking to build muscle or sustain your muscle mass. That's pretty decent. Sometimes you don't get enough creatine through your food. Whey protein is good, but I also think you can just get enough protein through food. So if you don't like drinking those shakes, I mean, don't, just treat whey protein like another food. That's really it. I mean, sleep aids and other things are different, but that's really it for body composition supplements that I would even bother with. Everything else, kind of a waste of money in a way. It's just a novelty. But boy, I'm trying to think. I knew there's more stupid things I've done, but I don't know. That pretty much encompasses, where I was at times. I think it took me about 4 years in the gym to finally start working my legs. I was one of those people who didn't do leg day. Just didn't like it. I didn't care. I wanted the beach muscles. I was working out so women would look at me, not for any other reason. So women don't care about my legs. Well, when you look like Johnny Bravo, maybe that might be a little off-putting to some females, and so train your legs. It's good for you. It's good for it's like literally like 40-50% of your body is your legs. I mean, so much muscle is within your legs, and it works your lower back and your core. It's literally over half your body you're missing with not working your legs. And I learned that, and that also helps stimulate the rest of your body. It's just what's good for you. And I learned that, and then immediately began doing machines and graduated up to squats and free weights, and now I'm doing what I can. So that's always good to do. Don't skip any body part, to be honest with you, even if you're happy with it. Keep going and keep doing it for movement's sake, for preserving the muscle and getting blood to that. Man, you'd think I could fill a whole 5-hour episode with stupid things I've done. But at this point, I'm just drawing blanks because I think that, they just kind of get forgotten, and you want to forget about them because they're embarrassing and they were ineffective. So there's no reason to remember them. So the only reason to even bring them up at this point is to help anybody else not make those same mistakes as I did. So, best thing to do, know your calories, know your calorie range. Don't be rigid, give yourself some leeway. Know your protein target, hit that as close as you can. Be more rigid with that if you want. And get in the gym and strength train. Sleep well. We've been through this, stress management, all that fun stuff. That's really encompasses everything. You can't you can't do it without the right mindset. So right mindset and the right rest. So get it done. Don't fall for any bullshit. If you want to ever run something by me, and I'll give you my opinion, I feel good about that, about giving my opinion on things that I think are good or bullshit, or you're getting sold, or you're getting these it works wraps. Forget it. These teas that tell you that they're burning fat and stimulating your metabolism. Forget it. 7-day cleanses can go to hell. Detoxes are a joke. Your body detoxes itself. It doesn't need some company that makes a powder to detox you and have you drink juice for a fucking week, because that's not sustainable. You're just going to waste a week of your life drinking a bunch of juice that you paid a bunch of money for, powder and shit. Fuck it. You don't need to do that. It's not kickstarting anything. Don't believe in any of that kickstart shit. You just kickstart by just doing a little better every day, Kickstart your diet by, if you drink 3 Cokes a day, not drink 2 for a week, then do 1 until you kick the habit of drinking that stuff. That's how you kickstart things. You don't need to go spend a bunch of money. It's more often than not, people need to remove something from what they're doing from their lives than they need to add something in. We're all looking, I got to buy this, I got to buy that, I got to do this, I got to do that. No, you want to stop doing a bunch of shit first. So once you stop with your habits that are destructive, because if you start adding shit, you still have the bad habits. You haven't stopped. If you're sucking down, 7 White Claws a night, and you want to go on a diet, and you want to go join a gym, let's stop drinking White Claw every night. How about that? That's 700 empty calories of a toxin that goes into your body that just does nothing but stop protein synthesis and halt fat loss. Everything that you're trying to do. So, I'm not saying never drink if you like it, but, cut down. Stop the bad habits, So instead of going to buy some bullshit, maybe just assess what you're doing. Talk to a coach, trainer, call me, message me, email me, send me something by carrier pigeon. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. If it's easier, if you don't have a pigeon, you can go ahead and message me on social media. The handle's at MFS Wellness, and that's going to be on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. You can send me an email, mike@mfswellness.com, and you can ask me about more stupid things I've done, and I'll be happy to dig deep in pits of shame within me and figure that out for you, and we can have a good laugh. So don't be afraid to hit me up, and hope you listen to the next one and the next and the next. Until next time, we will see you. Thank you.